Howdy. Today I'll be making a review over the Lefty deck from Bicycle. This deck can be purchased from the New York Magic Project. And so, let me get the box out of the way before we get into what the deck is. Firstly, it looks very similar to a regular Bicycle box. And actually, this is the regular Bicycle deck. And the pip in the middle is actually darker than the Lefty deck. This one's in a lighter shade of blue. And also, down here, it says brighter back for the regular deck. And right here it says Lefty deck for the Lefty deck. Okay. And the Lefty deck also has a black seal, while the normal Bicycle deck has a blue seal. And on the sides, they both look the same than a regular Bicycle box. Both air cushion finish. And the backs actually on the cards are exactly the same, but on the box they look different. This is the Lefty deck, and this is the rider back. So this one looks more squished and compact, while this one's nice and spread out. It's actually very similar to the Master's back. Let me get that really fast. Yeah, so they both look kind of the same, but in reality all these cards have the same back. So, and lastly, there's no barcode down here. It just explains what the Lefty deck is. Before I go into detail on how the Lefty deck is, it'll be easier for me to show you what the right deck looks like compared to the left one. Okay, so for this right deck, the top number is on the left and the bottom number is on the right. That's how it is for all these cards. Now, if I were to go through these cards casually, I would do something like this, where all the numbers are at the bottom. You might have noticed this through my older videos, but if a righty person would do this, they'd see all the numbers upright, then go through it like that. So that's a problem for me, because I always have to look at things upside down. And additionally, if a right person were to fan this deck, I can't do it well because I'm not a righty, they'd see all the pips out like that. But if I were to fan it, all you see is nothing really. You don't really see anything. So that's the downside as well for a lefty. But in order to fix that, what they did with the Lefty deck is actually put the top number on the right side and the bottom number on the left side. So if I were to go through the cards like normal, I'd see all the numbers upright. And if a righty person would look through these cards like a normal person, they'd see nothing, and they'd see that upside down. So, and additionally, if a lefty person were to fan this, it'll look something like that, where they see the pips. And if a right person would fan them, they wouldn't see really nothing really. So that is basically the Lefty deck and how it's different from the right one. Okay, now I'm going to show you something different as well between the Lefty deck and the right deck. This is the Lefty deck Joker right here, and this is the righty deck, or the regular Bicycle deck. So, if you look at these two closely, you know obviously that these numbers are in different corners, but also, I don't know if you can see this, but the Jokers are actually riding in different directions, and their faces are turned in opposite directions. That is because on the Lefty deck, all the pictures are reversed. And I'll show you that with additional cards right now. Okay, here's basically going to be a run through of the whole Lefty deck. So you already saw these Jokers, the Ace of Spades, and all the numbers on the other side, so it might look kind of strange. And with the face cards, it's kind of interesting. I told you all the pictures are reversed, so if you're really used to looking at regular Bicycle playing cards, you can actually differentiate between the face cards just by the way the people are looking, or the way their face looks. You can tell what suit they are. And in this case it looks really funny because I'm so used to it, and now the pictures are reversed. I just think it looks really strange. It's kind of cool though, it's nothing bad. And again, so yeah, that's basically how the Lefty deck looks. Yeah, so that's the Lefty deck. And additionally, it comes with some gaff cards, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, here's the two gimmick cards you should get with the Lefty deck. One is a blank card, pretty cool, and you're also going to get what looks like an Ace of Spades, but actually The word bicycle up there is reversed, and the word United States Playing Card Company, Cincinnati, Ohio is reversed, as well as the R there next to the spade pip. And I think the purpose of this is to do a mirror effect between this and a regular bicycle ace of spades. And you can also use this with a blank card. So that's pretty cool. Now this deck doesn't fan very well. It's not terrible, but it's still not very good because I think a bicycle deck fans better than this. But when I first got the deck, it did fan very well, but then after a while it started to lose its touch and didn't fan very well. But if you're a lefty, I still recommend getting this deck because it's a very unique deck and you'll have a fun time with it just because you can fan it and you can actually see pips. But if you're a righty, I really don't recommend getting this deck, unless of course you want to see blank cards when you fan. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the fanning of this cards. But in terms of cuts, I think it's okay. I'm not really a huge flourisher, but it should do alright for cuts, because I think it's really sticky sometimes and the packets like to stick together. But in bicycle deck, sometimes they're a little more flowy and they like to separate a little bit. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the lefty deck, and I'll see you next time.